Hello, this is Mark Vila from ColDesi, and what we're looking at here is an ice skate rhinestone design created with our CAMS 1V6P automated rhinestone setting machine. And what I'll tell you a little bit about is what the most common thing people ask is how much does it cost to create something like this? So I'll give you a quick estimate. This is about an 1,100 stones on this shirt. So we could say that's around $2 to create, more or less. And this is a hooded pullover, long sleeve, 100% polyester, which we could say is around a $10 piece of apparel, more or less. So as a high-end estimate of how much this would cost to create, we could say about $12. And the retail value, if you know anything about the skating world or cheer or dance, we know that a hooded long sleeve apparel with rhinestones like this would easily go for $35, $45 plus. So you can easily see you can get a 2, 3, or 4x return on your investment from the cost to create something like this versus what it retails for. So the next thing we should do is go ahead and get our CAMS running and show you what it looks like to make one of these transfers. Here we are at our CAMS 1V6P rhinestone setting machine. This is a top-of-the-line commercial rhinestone setter, and it uses these hoppers right here. You could do 6 different colors and or sizes of rhinestones or rhine studs, and it uses a vacuum mechanism to place your rhinestones down on your transfer sheet. Multicolor designs, huge design, all just plugs right into the wall. It's pretty simple to operate, so let's go ahead and see it in action. So as you can see, we've got our hopper in there filled with rhinestones, and it's getting them ready to go. There's a small sensor in there detecting that there is a rhinestone and letting the gun know where to pick it up from. And the vacuum gun then picks up the rhinestone face up, and a second vacuum flips it over and puts it onto our transfer sheet. Now the rhinestone is face down and the adhesive side is face up, making it ready to apply to our apparel. Our rhinestone design's complete, and I've got the backing to our transfer sheet here so we can safely move it. We place that down, lift it off of our platen, and this rhinestone design is ready to go onto our apparel. We have our rhinestone transfer complete, and as you can see, I've trimmed it out. That's just going to make it a little bit easier to apply to our apparel. And speaking of that, here's what we have. We have our hooded ladies competitor pullover. So this is a long sleeve, 100% polyester pullover. It's got a hood. It's got these thumb holes right here. And it's very reminiscent of cold sports, winter sports, ice skating. So this would be comfortable to wear, breathable, and at the same time provide some warmth with the long sleeve and the hood. Now, in applying the transfer to our apparel, we have an interesting setup on our heat press here that I'll explain. So we have our normal heat press platen. On top of that, we have a Nomex heat pad, and then we're going to wrap it all and finish it with a Teflon sheet. And as we're putting the transfer on, I'll explain a little bit why each of those is important. So let's go ahead and do it. Well, so let's go ahead and apply our transfer here. And what I would like to do, or what I'm going to do, is we're actually going to thread our shirt on, just like this. And there's a really good reason for doing this, is that the adhesive that's on the back of our rhinestones is actually pretty strong and thick adhesive, much more than you would have on, say, heat transfer vinyl, and because it has to bear the weight of the glass stone. Because of that, and this is a particularly thin and lightweight garment, the adhesive can actually penetrate from the first layer through the back of the shirt, and you can end up sticking the front and the back of the shirt together. So when we thread it on, we protect the back of the shirt from any of the glue. Also, as you can see, this Teflon sheet makes it really easy to do that. And this Teflon sheet is also going to be resistant to any adhesive. So the rhinestone glue will not adhere to this sheet. So it really just makes it easy for production. So now we'll peel the backing off of our transfer. place it in the center of our shirt. We're always a fan of using some sort of finishing sheet or a Teflon sheet just to protect our shirt from our heat press. And now we're ready to press. Our rhinestones have been heat pressed, and the one thing that we want to do is we want to allow this to cool off a bit so we can remove it from our heat press, but for the sake of this video we've just let it sit here for a bit. The reason we're doing that is we want the adhesive on the back of the rhinestones to set and harden again, and therefore they'll keep the rhinestones on the apparel indefinitely. So now that this is done, all we do is just peel off our transfer and we're complete. Thank you for watching our CAMS video on making this beautiful ice skating bling rhinestone t-shirt with the CAMS 1V6P. If you'd like to learn more about the CAMS rhinestone setting machines and other bling options from ColDesi, visit coldesi-bling.com and live chat with one of our pros.